Okay, that's it for that, what I put together there. But if you watch these shows, you'll see that it's completely scripted. And they have all these weird games. There's just suspend belief. Don't worry too much about what they're saying. You can always put them on block, this or that. The main thing is to start to see that no one in real life talks like they do with that human typewriter stuff. You'll start to see that I'm right, that they all seem influenced by drugs and alcohol in regards to the face. You'll see if you look at all into my archive, or you'll see that everything I pretty much say is true, or apparently true. Most of it's true. So basically, I have autism. I'm sort of a savant. I'm a little bit I'm not narcissistic. How do I say this without sounding narcissistic? I'm just... Think about how you never truly could understand yourself. Then when you're over 50, you figure out that you have autism. That you have a certain way that your brain operates. There's a certain way that you process sound, taste, feel, sight, etc. There's 5 senses, but I'm not the kind of savant that can remember that stuff right off the top of the noggin. See, I forgot my train of thought. So anyway, I just know how to watch this thing, and I put it together. I found in life that if you just take it step by step, you can advance to the next step. Things become clear over time. Life is a mosaic. It's not something that can be seen and scientifically explained. C. Wright Mills spoke of a sociological imagination. You have to get a feel for people. We can't go everywhere. We can't interview everyone. We're mostly reading books, right? That's how we know much of what we know. Now, if you're trying to learn off of the internet, you're not learning anything at all. This is, well, you'll learn something if you're cynical and detached from it and you're studying it. And I mean not just the way they want you to study. They want you to think in terms of CNN and the obvious stuff like Washington Post, New York Times, how rigged, I mean, anyone can go back the last 10, 20 years, any period of time, and see how rigged everything is from the mainstream. These people, this independence stuff, I just had to expose it. I exposed it almost immediately from when I came on the internet. And my peak, my big moment came from discovering the racket of Ron Breinart, raw story with Larissa Alexandrovna, her buddy, that CIA buddy of hers, Larry Johnson. You just start to pick up patterns everywhere. And I picked them up immediately back then. And I did what I did. But I'm probably most proud of what I've done currently with this new stuff. The funny thing is, I go into the chat with Jamal over at Sputnik with Shane Stranahan's son, Lee Stranahan, and associated to Brandon Darby, who everyone should know is confirmed COINTELPRO, Brandon Darby. All that Breitbart crap. I was right in the thick of it. I was victimized by the LARP ARG, whatever it is, whatever they're doing, the scripted. It's all scripted, which is so weird. So anyway, I go into those chats, and you can tell they're typing. They'll be interviewing someone on the phone, yet you'll also see them typing, where they're obviously in the chat room. These people are so busted, it's incredible. So I just want to reiterate that they are busted. That's what today's video is all about, that they are exposed. There's no way past it. Toothpaste is out of the tube, right? If you push out all the toothpaste, how are you going to put that toothpaste back in? So maybe it's possible, I don't know. It's not going to be easy. Say you drop the Humpty Dumpty thing. Good luck gluing him back together. That sort of analogy. So they're exposed. There's no going back. They can't go without those scripts. They can't go as a real human being having to think on their own spontaneously. They can't do it. So those fools over at the Jamal and Shane show for Sputnik, they try to write me these gaslighting comments, but I'm not reading them and I don't care. I was so on target today, it was incredible. I pointed out that white tablet with the black black frame with the black print, and that's what Jamal was reading off of. They're done. They're living in a world in which they're trained to think of trolls and how to respond to them. I'm not in some type of random sort of pushback like that they might experience. Everyone knows that who watches my videos. Anyone who's watched a few of my videos knows. Anyone who knows me from my blog, from the Kimberlin days, from Twitter days, you know who I am. You know that I was legit. You know that this is legit. I just want you, whoever you are there, who knows that what I'm saying is legit, I just want you to keep you cool. This isn't anything new. This isn't anything to really feel too sad about, because you still have to be happy and live your life and be a good influence on things. It's not how we're supposed to live, clearly. So your job and my job is to find a way to live that's not as unhealthy. And that's going to mean finding a way to let go of these people, to not care anymore. It's possible, but it's difficult to quit following these shows. I know it. So the key will be to read more books. I don't know. Find a way off of screens. Find a way to regain who you were. Whether you're old enough to be able to go back to early adulthood. Like I'm able to go back to early adulthood. If you were born into this, I apologize. I am one of those adults who understands what you're going through. The best analogy for what all of us are going through for this time period is that movie Soylent Green, and it was Edward G. Robinson's last movie, I think. He played the old professor who could remember what it was like before dystopia. And they had some library that he could go into, and like a hologram or like a Google Reader, one of those things you put in your eyes, and he could experience the stuff of the past, the nature, the The real stuff, the real life. And that's the analogy for younger people born into this. I would be the Edward G. Robinson who can remember what it was like before. You're the future who has stuck with this, who's given this. So you have to find a way to wrap this up because outside noise is starting to get to me. The noise pollution of beautifying. I think it's like a power saw. There's no way for me to think or concentrate while that's going on. But I think I can stop on that point. For those like myself old enough to remember, we have to get the message across to them. It's our fault that they're hooked on computers. It's our fault. I admit it. And for my part, I apologize to the future, to all you people who are born into this. It's a machine, though. It's a whack-a-mole. It's not about people. It's about the institutions. It's the institutions in which one will find the conspiracy. Red baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. You're the only one I care enough to hurt about. Maybe I'm a crazy, but I just can't live without you. Love and affection. Baby, give me direction. Like a guiding light to help me through the darkest hour. Lately I'm a-praying that you'll always be a-staying beside me. Used to be my life was just emotions passing by, feeling all the while and never really knowing why. The lyrics are coming too late for me. Da 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 da. 70s, 80s, much better times. Lately I'm a-praying that you'll always be a-staying beside me. Used to be my life was just motions passing by. Then you came along and made me laugh, made me cry. You taught me why. Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. Oh, it took so long to find you, baby. Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. Guy doesn't even know how to speak proper English. I'ma need you. Alright, that's not gonna sound good. I need to know the tunes, I guess, is the conclusion on that. My next plan is to figure out how to sing without mimicking, so I can find my voice and be more consistent with that. Alright, thanks a lot. That wraps up the show. Take care. Bye-bye. This has been a special presentation of the Tokyo Shemp News Network.